It's a bank holiday. So it's a bank holiday weekend vlog. You need two things for a weekend vlog. You need it to be a weekend and you need it to be some time with some tea. Back in a minute. Tea. Toast. Okay. Vlog. I wasn't really going to do a vlog. I'm going to talk with my mouth full. I hope you don't mind. I'm bored enough that I'm watching Jerry Maguire upstairs. Well, I'm not doing it now. I'm having tea and toast and vlogging, but it is on. I wasn't going to do a vlog. But then I spoke to TW Pikachu on the glory that is Skype. He said, go on, do a vlog. Just go and put your camera on and have a moan. But it's not really been a moany week. It's been quite a good week. Okay, let's get the bad out of the way. My favourite girl at work has resigned. This is not a good thing. I have more fun with her at work than I have, frankly, with most people. And I'm going to miss her. Which sounds really gay, but I am. Our sense of humour is very in sync, so we tend to giggle at the same things a lot, which is quite disruptive in the office. Don't care. But yes, if you do watch this, and you're probably never going to, but Claire Bear, I went to the hospital. It isn't working. You have to wait a minute. Nom 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 nom. Still going. The drawing thing went really well. The picture's not finished yet. I'm kind of struggling, sort of. I've done it, I'm 90% there, and I'm now at the point where if I get the last bit done and I finish it, what do I do with it then? I struggle with my art. I call it art, I use the term very loosely, but I do, there's no end product. I have a picture, the picture is mine, it's going to sit in a book with other pictures, pretty much forever really. What am I going to do with it? So is there any point in finishing it? Now that is inherently defeatist, but I do ponder that quite a lot. Suggestions. Done. Nearly done. Went to hospital and it's odd, okay? I was really excited about going to hospital, and the only reason I was excited about going to hospital is because while it may be easy to sit there and go, oh my god, hospital, and all that sort of stuff, because of the largely deaf ear that I have, I'm getting my hearing aid back. I got to take my hearing aid in 2 weeks, and they're going to, something in my eye, they're going to retune my hearing aid to counter the tinnitus that I have. So I've had it before, it's not too uncomfortable, you do get used to it after a while. The hearing aids do sound quite metallic and quite brash. And I had a really good conversation with the woman who's the audiology audiologist, hearing lady. And she said that I use extremely negative terms to describe my bad hearing. And she said that I need to retrain my thought process to not dwell on the bad, but kind of try and turn it into being good. And she said that instead of describing, how did I describe it? I described it as a perpetual metallic searing squeak that was going on in my ear all the time, and it was the bane of my life. And she turned around and said, well, maybe you should think about that background noise as children playing in a playground or something like that. It kind of sounds a bit hippie to me. But it's got to be worth a go, isn't it? I mean, never say never. It's never going away, so I've got plenty of time to try and make a change, I guess. But yeah, my left ear, I can hear 4.5 kilohertz down. Now, to those people who don't know anything about frequency responses, that probably doesn't mean an awful lot. But average male voice goes between the predominant end of the scale. I mean, obviously a male voice is going to go down to 100 hertz or so, but that's not the lion's share of it. Blokes go down to 2.5 and women talk around about, blokes peak at 5 and women peak at about 6.5. My hearing goes up. My hearing goes up to 4.5 kilohertz in my left ear. So I'm only catching a tiny fraction of what blokes are talking about and pretty much nothing of what women are talking about. Now my right ear obviously catches up with a lot of this. And I've got used to it. It's been that way for about 2 years now, and to start with it was quite disorientating, but it's got sort of, you just learn to live with that shit, don't you? But yeah, 2 weeks time they're going to set me up with the hearing aid, and it's just going to balance everything out and stop my brain. If you have tinnitus because you don't have any hearing, your brain still thinks it should be hearing even though the physical side of it's broken. So your brain interprets the silence as just a hiss, which is why the tinnitus is there. So by having extra noise in my ear, it will be filling up that stuff that the brain doesn't hear and almost tricking it into not turning it into just nasty, horrible white noise inside my head all the time. And that would be really nice. I can't wear it and go to sleep. But they did give me that little sort of ear trumpet thing which you put in the ear canal, and it just pumps out white noise, just psss all the time. And just that little hiss, that if you balance it right so it's as loud as the tinnitus, it makes you hear the white noise and not the tinnitus, which is a lot less distracting. But the little trumpet that they've given me, because I have tiny, tiny little ear holes, hurts. It's quite painful to wear, so I'm not really into that. Bank holiday weekend, went out. I was supposed to be DJing. I was kind of psyched about it. But then there were no ticket sales because Sanctuary Festival was on this weekend as well. So ticket sales were poor and I got cancelled. But I did go. I got in for free, which was cool. Free is always good. And because I was only there for an hour and a half, because I went with the guy that I was going to be DJing with, who him and his other half kindly gave me a lift there. I think I squeezed 4 pints and 3 JD and Cokes into about an hour and a half, possibly 2 hours. I was quite tipsy when I left, but I did enjoy it. And I had a conversation with a beautiful girl who I've liked for about 4 years. And everybody knows that I like her, but I've never said anything about the fact that I like her. I don't think people would be very impressed. That's all I'm saying. But she's lovely. We'll see. I've sent her a Facebook message. Oh, brave! So yeah, I mean, just generally for the last week, it's actually, shit's been pretty cool. I've had lots of lovely time off, which has been good. Birthday was exceptionally quiet. It's bearing in mind that, you know, all the money, all the stuff that I was going to be getting, any prezzies, that kind of deal, pretty much came to me so I could go to auto assembly. So I really appreciate the fact that it came to me so I could go to auto assembly. But at the same time, it meant when my actual birthday came along, I'd taken 2 days off and just sort of sat in my room for 2 days on Facebook and drawing. Could be worse. Could have been at work. I got Eminem album off the Deviant, which is 70% dross, if I'm honest. But there are 3 tracks on there that are just astounding. And all 3 of the tracks aren't the charty stuff that he's done. They're absolute hate and bile about how he's going to murder and kill prostitutes. And he uses the word cunt in one of them. Any song with the word cunt in, it's all good. I tell you, the one thing that was really, really nice is it was the first time that I'd gone out and seen the old gang. I've not really seen the Raven lot for about, well, since New Year, really. And don't forget, at New Year, I was 14.5, 15 stone. I went along as a 12.5 stone, handsome, sexy son of a bitch, and everyone all night just went, "Good God, you've lost weight!" In fact, I've had girly attention for the last 2 weeks and don't really know what's changed. Really don't know what's changed. Quite pleased. In a shallow, self-servile kind of way. We've sent a message. We'll see if we get a reply. Tie a knot in it for me, innit? SMS number 1 with just a quick catch up because I promised myself I will do the weekend vlog. So it's the bank holiday weekend vlog. I have now had my bank holiday weekend. Going to do some reviews during the week. I've got to do Galvatron and I've got to do Hot Rod. Later.